Have you ever asked yourself, what is my wellness routine? Well, in today's video, I'm going to try to teach you how to figure out what your wellness routine is and then why you actually need one. Hey everyone, this is Dr. Shamanik, your proactive guide to wellness. All right, so take a piece of paper, just a plain sheet of paper, and I want you to fold it hamburger several times. Fold it once in half, fold it again, and then one more time. So you should have folded hamburger at least 3 times, at least 8 little squares just like that. Now, once you have it folded that many times, fold it into thirds. Just kind of like that. You should have kind of a sheet of paper just like this with a bunch of blocks. Every single block on one of these represents an hour of your day. And the easiest way to do it is just straight up number them. Then 1 through 24, kind of like I have on this paper right here. Now, the minimum amount of sleep that you should be marking off any of these blocks should be 7. There's been a bunch of studies that any length of time where an individual is sleeping less than 7 hours a night, it's unsustainable and they have to essentially catch up at some point on their sleep debt. So a minimum amount of those boxes that should be marked off for sleep, 7, just like I have right here. The next thing you need to do is mark off the amount of time that you're at work. For me, standard shifts are 12-hour days. However, there can be shorter ones, 8, 9, 10 hours, and there can be longer ones, up to 24, 28 hours where you're on shift. Mark off the rest of the boxes that include working. Try to give yourself at least a little bit of time going to work, 30 minutes there, 30 minutes when you get home. Try to figure out how many boxes you have left. I'm left with less than 4 boxes. So that's truly less than 4 hours on a standard work day that I have control over of what I can do. Eliminating all other responsibilities other than sleeping and working. All right. Now I know that's some people may look at this and be like, oh man, I have no control over anything. I need to pick up kids. I need to, responsibilities elsewhere. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. But what I'm trying to say is, no, you don't have a lot of time. And I'm trying to show you that. Turning the page over, or if you just want to try to make a recording somewhere else, I want you to break down a couple of these boxes. So put 5, 30, 1, 5, 24, 48, 72, or greater than 5. And these represent hours, days, etc. that you have, or that if you had, what you would do with them. So what does that mean? So if you had greater than 5 days off, what would you do? You'd take a vacation, or maybe you'd sleep one day, then take a vacation for the other 4 days, or whatever it is. Or if you had an extra 3 days, what would you do with that extra time? Try to just brainstorm a bunch of different things. What could you do that would make you feel restored in some form or fashion? And then try to narrow that down. Okay, if you only had 2 days, maybe not extravagant vacation, but we can get away. Maybe for us, I live in Dallas, Texas. Maybe I'd go down to Fredericksburg, I'd have a nice wine weekend or something like that. What about 24 hours? You have an extra day or a day off. What's something that you could do that would make you feel centered or whole, or just increase your attitude, or give yourself a positive attitude, hanging out with friends, family, etc. What is one thing? Maybe go to a water park, picnic, go on a walk somewhere nice, go do a hobby that you have kind of been neglecting. Okay, now go back or go a little bit deeper. You only have 5 hours. You have an afternoon that you have control over. Maybe you got off early from work. Shopping, going to get a massage if you can find one that, you still have an appointment. Getting your nails done, mani-pedi, whatever. What is it that you can do in 5 hours that would bring yourself to have a more positive attitude going forward. And then going even further, what about if you only had 1 hour? What could you do with 1 hour? Would you go out to eat? Would you read a book? Would you go work out? Would you just sit and talk with friends? You go get a drink. What is it that you could do in an hour that would really have a positive impact on yourself? 30 minutes. What can you do in 30 minutes? You can still work out. You can still work out in 30 minutes. You can still read a book. You can go still catch up with a friend real fast. Maybe if you're in the same general location, but hopefully that you're not traveling to that person. That kind of cuts down on that time that you get to spend with them. But 30 minutes. What can you do in 30 minutes? All right, what about 5 minutes? So you've been working all day long, and you truly only have 5 minutes to yourself. What is one thing you would like to do? What is one thing that you would enjoy doing that would have a positive impact on your attitude or outlook? Is it, going to get something to eat, listening to some calm music, or listening to music, getting a water or a drink, taking a short walk, taking a deep breath, just breathing the stress of the environment in and just trying to let it go on that breath out? What is it that you can do with 5 minutes? What I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to show you is that when you hear someone say, man, I need a vacation, I need a break, I'm tired, what they're telling me is that they have essentially been burnt out, or that they have reached their limit, that they have not been able to do the things that keep themselves centered or whole. It's easy to slip into an activity that may not ground or center yourself. Maybe it's doing something because you're obligated to do it, and maybe it doesn't bring as much joy or happiness that it used to. It's just a task that you're doing. Personally, if I only have 5 minutes of control, I like to specifically think of a song that I want to listen to. That doesn't mean listening to the radio on my drive-in or anything like that. That means going somewhere, Spotify, YouTube, whatever, thinking about a song that I want to listen to and listening to it. And I've seen that by selecting music that I want to listen to myself in a specific scenario, it increases my mood. It may not for you. That's the beauty of this assignment, is that it really hones down on what is it for you that can increase your mood. What is it that specifically you can do for yourself, that you're choosing to do for yourself, that can bring some calm to you? Is it taking a breath? I love this because even when I'm doing procedures that I might get stressed, or maybe that I'm having difficulty with, I will find myself taking a breath, just taking a deep breath, holding it, letting it out slowly, not knowing that I'm doing it. I just do it automatically. It really does help calm yourself every once in a while. But you really should find something that can assist you on your travel. Stay safe and be well. You guys have a good one. Bye.